drip your dilly bar on your shirt and get a chocolate steak on your shirt.
Bill, how difficult are those moments in a close game like that when you don't have Kevin on the floor, and how are you preparing this team with the possibility he may not return?
Well, this is, you know, we're just doing it, we're preparing like he won't, you know, but this is who we are. When we're good, we're pretty good, and when we're not, we're not. And you know, the thing about it, we played pitifully tonight. But when I say we played pitifully, that's also can give the appearance that I'm taking something away from BYU. BYU was better than us tonight. I mean, the second half, after we got up 12, the second half they controlled it, and we hoped to score, and they actually ran offense to score. So you know, give them credit. They caused us to look bad, and they were successful. But you know, it'll help if we had all our, you know, had Kevin back. But you know, we've been dealing with this for about, I'd say 5 weeks, where he hasn't been himself from a health standpoint. Even when he played, he wasn't himself, and so you know, we're not counting on it. We hope it could happen, but we're certainly not banking on it.
Because I'm just wondering, how frustrating is it preparing for a team like this, knowing exactly, I mean, you know what they're going to do, and
What do you mean?
I mean, like the three, you know, they're going to come in.
Well, you know, there's actually a scheme behind shooting the three. They don't come in and just shoot threes. So you know, their offense that they ran to do that, and how they set up the ball screens and angles to force whatever you're going to do. There's a strategy behind it. So it's not like I would say when you look at most teams, when you scout them, you pretty much know by this time of the year what most teams are going to do. We knew that I said they'd shoot 35 threes. They didn't. They only shot 34. I said if they made 12 or 13, then it would be hard because we only average making 5 a game. So you know, we got outscored 30 points from behind the arc. But they didn't shoot the ball particularly well. You know, they're capable of making 17 out of 34, but they did shoot it well late, and they had you know, some guys step up and make some shots. But our switches weren't good. Our scout report defense wasn't good. But even with that being said, we're going to screw up. You got to make your free throws. You got to be able to score in tight. You got to do some things when you don't shoot a lot of threes, and we didn't do that very well at all.
To build off of that, what parts, I think, of the scouting report do you feel like you guys didn't execute to your potential?
Well, if you switch and you're guarding a guard and the ball goes inside, you can't help all the way down and go trap the post. You know, it's going to throw it right out to your man for an uncontested look. So there were some things. The three that we gave up at the end of the first half stung. That one bothered me a lot because we just said in the timeout, this is exactly what they're going to do, and we didn't do it. And then you know, we gave up. You know, Hunt's not used to guarding out there, but you know, he went to trap the post twice when we're not doing that, and they threw it right back to his man off switches and made a couple. But you know, there was more than that. You know, the right hand drivers getting to the right hand. There's a lot of things that we could have done better.
With your guys' three-point shooting tonight, was it a case of getting the shots that you wanted and just not making them, or was BYU doing something to kind of make you guys take shots you didn't want to?
Well, I think that, you know, what we were 1 for 12 until Nick and Hunter made back-to-back ones, something like that, and the one was Jamari. So you know, we don't shoot a lot of them to begin with, but we didn't get a lot of good ones. Johnny had 2 go all the way down and come out and everything, and Nick didn't buy one, but until that last one late. But you know, I don't look at it that exact same way. You know, you got to make shots to win a game, but I thought where it hurt us the most was we didn't score in tight and we missed our free throws. To me, that was more telling than not making threes.
Bill, as a long time coach in this profession, how sustainable is BYU's style of play moving forward in the Big 12? the reliance on the three-point shooter.
Oh, no, it's great style. It's you know, it's NBA style, you know. It won't be as good if you don't have guys that can shoot, you know, but as long as they keep recruiting guys that can shoot, and I don't know how many guys they'll lose. I don't, you know, I'm sure you know their personnel.
Probably Jackson Robinson would be the big one, yeah. I think
He's
they're really
good,
Yeah.
you know, he's really good, but his aunt was probably even better, you know, Crystal. So she's the best player ever out of Oklahoma. So, but they're, as long as they got this personnel and you know, even though, you know, he didn't play a lot tonight, the big fella, but he's as good a passer as there is in America. And even though, if I don't want to mispronounce the name, but Trey Orr, to me, was their most effective player, and he scored 6 points because he put in more, created more confusion off of ball screens and dumping in. They scored some threes when we went to help on him and stuff like that. So I think his style is great. I think it's very sustainable.
In a game like this with 43 combined fouls, that's just stopping and starting all the time, just what does it take to keep a team in rhythm when the pace is like that?
Well, I don't think, you know, it was, the first half, even though it wasn't great, I thought there was more rhythm in the first half. The second half, we were in the double bonus by, what, about the 11-minute mark? And then they were in the bonus by about the 9-minute mark or whatever. So, yeah, there was a lot of fouls going on, but, you know, to be honest with you, they were probably fouls. It's a little frustrating. The game was probably called the way it should have been called the whole year long, and then it wouldn't be called the way it was called tonight if it's been called the whole year long, because teams would adjust. But I think they were actual fouls. I thought the officiating was fine. I didn't see anything about it that was negative.
Bill, you guys have been pretty good here at home this year, but that's the first loss here for a lot of those guys in that locker room. What's that mood like for them right now?
I would say it's they were pretty defeated and down and all that stuff. But hey, guys, this is, you know, 50% of teams in America lose every time you throw it up. I mean, this happens, and right now our team is such where we've got to really work our butts off and have some good things happen in order to win. You know, playing a little shorthanded right now. So you know, things like this happen, but it's also, to me, you know, you could feel this coming today at shoot around. I mean, we had a terrible shoot around, and you know, the focus wasn't very good, the energy level wasn't as good, and you could feel this coming. So and it's not not anything from an attitude standpoint. It's just, you know, it happens over a course of the season where you have days like this, and our speed, even though I don't consider us a fast team, our speed certainly didn't take away their skill. And it had to, in order for us to have a good chance of winning tonight.
Also, when you talk about you guys having to work your butts off and kind of grind through this stretch, and obviously without Kevin, his leadership qualities is something you've talked about a lot this season. Who do you look to pull you through without him?
I would say, you know, it's got to be Juan, KJ, and Hunt, without question. But tonight, I don't know that we had anybody. Juan probably more so than anybody, just because the ball was in his hands. But you know, KJ was the best player of the first half, and Hunt labored tonight. And I actually, you know, saw some things with guys' frustration that really wasn't as mature as what we should have, considering the age of some of our guys. There wasn't as much of thinking next play as there was thinking last play, and that's not a good sign. And you guys, if you're in the stands and you watch, you can see body language and things like that happen.
Anything else?
All right, guys.